I look up to Bud a lot. Honestly, he one of the realest dudes that I done met. He's still a normal person in his head. Like, he don't believe that he's above everyone else. And that's how I feel about myself.
You see me around a lot. Oh, no. Don't act like you ain't seen me around them days. He said that I do.
Bud, come on. Terence talking, I try not to talk back. I try to just listen. And
straight, boom, straight shot. Like right here, boom, there you go. But you gotta make sure you step. Bam, that's when they're trying to run out. When they're trying to run, pop, there you go.
Even if I don't feel the same way that he's feeling at the moment, it don't matter. I still want to hear him out and try to understand what he's saying.
If he's here, pop. What do you think he can do? Because you out the way of the right hand.
He like a sponge. He soak up everything that he needs to soak up, put it into his arsenal, and then he make the best out of everything that he learned from everybody.
Then throw it straight left to the bottom.
At the end of the day, you don't want to feel like a know-it-all. The people that know it all are the people that don't go very far. You gotta always be a student. You gotta always be able to learn and pick up things from this person, that person.
Shakur Stevenson isn't treating this camp like just another title defense. He's sharpening blades in elite company, and that tells you everything about how seriously he's taking Teofimo Lopez.
It's a work of art. Sky is the limit with Shakur. He got the boxing skills and the ability to, do whatever he wants in the ring. And it's gonna be very hard to beat Shakur, with the skills that he possesses and the smarts that he has. And given the opportunity, I think he can pose a great threat to everybody in the division. And be the last man standing given the opportunity.
Shakur Stevenson isn't approaching this training camp like a routine defense. He's preparing alongside top-level talent, which shows just how much respect he has for the challenge Teofimo Lopez presents.
That I sent somebody to steal his passport, replicate his job, all types of weird stuff.
He called me earlier. It's like, yo, when you spar, I'm gonna come to the gym. I'm like, I'm gonna spar at 4 o'clock. I really didn't think he was gonna pull up, but he pulled up. It means everything, his advice and listening to him in the ring. He calling out little. I'm trying to make sure I do what he says. So a hell of a blessing to have Bud, Floyd, all these guys backing me, and I appreciate it. I'm just trying to keep pushing.
Shakur has been logging serious rounds alongside Terence Crawford at D1 training in Colorado Springs. It's the same high-performance facility Crawford used while getting ready for Canelo. That detail alone raises the stakes. This camp goes far beyond basic conditioning. It's high-level preparation focused on timing, spacing, and mental sharpness under constant pressure.
I hurt my hand. I was hurting it all throughout the camp.
I was feeling good.
I felt it just now. But I was trying to ignore the pain and keep it going, but it just got worse to the point where I couldn't really take it no more. I kind of felt it after my last fight. I'm like, man, just ignore it, because you're gonna have to keep ignoring it every time you fight. You don't realize it until it gets like to the point where you just can't take it no more. That video, even that video that got out of me like hitting somebody with a body shot, I fell. I've been hitting it constantly over and over and over. I felt the pain badly that last time to where it's like...
Training with Crawford means Stevenson is facing authentic pressure and high-level fight intelligence, not stage scenarios. The focus is likely on staying composed under stress, setting quiet traps, and capitalizing on mistakes without wasting movement. It also reflects Stevenson's mentality. You don't train with someone like Crawford unless you're open to being tested, corrected, and pushed beyond familiar territory. Kind of training environment where championship habits are the standard and there's no room for shortcuts is about more than sharpening skills. It's about building composure against someone like Teofimo Lopez, who feeds off chaos and sudden explosions. Shakur appears focused on wiring his instincts for calm, controlled execution when the pressure spikes. This camp feels deliberate, serious, quietly threatening. It's the type of preparation that doesn't make noise ahead of time, but tends to speak very clearly once the lights are on. And just when you think training with Terence Crawford in Colorado represents the peak of that intensity, Keyshawn Davis enters the conversation with one of the most grounded, mature breakdowns of the matchup. Listening to him, you can tell this isn't speculation or hype. This is the perspective of someone who's shared rounds with both fighters. There's no click chasing here, no shouting, and no picking sides like it's a social media vote. The message is simple: stay patient. This is a fight that's going to settle in before it explodes.
The end of the era, it may have been Teo and Shakur, especially if you would never fight Shakur, right? How do you see this fight playing out?
I see it playing out, let's say, I see it starting off slow.
Okay.
And then I see as Shakur wins the first round, as Shakur wins the second round, slowly, I think Teo is eventually going to start picking it up and start imposing his will.
Right.
And then, you know, it's just going to go from there. That's how I think it's going to go.
That's a fair assessment.
That's a fair one.
Especially for that to be his brother.
I think it's going to be close.
Real.
I think it's going to be close.
That detail matters, because when Keyshawn says the fight starts measured before Teofimo turns up the pressure, he's not guessing. That's firsthand knowledge speaking. What stands out is how straightforward he is about it. No forced disrespect, no pretending either guy lacks ability. He openly acknowledges that Teofimo is a real fighter, and denying that would be dishonest, like to T the same time. He doesn't dodge making a call. He still favors Shakur on the scorecards, just not by the wide margin some people expect. And that's the word that defines this matchup. Close. Not a walkover. Not a highlight reel collapse. A competitive fight where momentum shifts and both fighters are pushed into uncomfortable moments.
Pretty good.
Hey, one thing I can say though, because I've been seeing, we've been amateur together and stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
Teo can fight.
I'm telling you that. Teo can fight.
Winning back
If
then.
you said he couldn't, you'd be lying.
Right. That's a real assessment, though. I think Shakur still wins, but it's going to be closer than what people think.
Teo is
nice.
a lot, man, no doubt.
Yeah, and Keyshawn, speaking of Teo, you know, you've been vocal about your desire to fight Teofimo Lopez. And of course, I was there in Las Vegas, right, when you FaceTime Teo. Now Teo's fighting Shakur Stevenson, but do we see Keyshawn and Teo at some point?
How was Teo acting when I FaceTimed him? Since you brought it up, how was he acting?
You tell me. You tell the people.
Why do I gotta tell you? What you asked me again? Because I want to answer that. What'd you say?
Yo, do we see you and Teo fight in the future?
Depending on what Shakur do with him.
Hey, losing.
Keyshawn shows a clear ability to separate personal bonds from honest evaluation. He acknowledges Shakur for standing by him during difficult times. But once the fight is the topic, emotion takes a back seat to clear analysis. That's uncommon. There's no hype, no exaggeration, and no attempts to tear anyone down. Just a grounded assessment.
Here's how bad he loses.
That's about to
So you think it's going to be bad?
Let's say he loses a competitive fight.
Yeah,
I think that would be the most common answer is Shakur outpoints him in a very competitive fight.
Beats him.
What then? What then for you and Teo?
For the businessman, huh?
All right, cool. Since you worded it like that, I don't, because I won't go say that shit. I don't know, honestly. I don't know what the future holds. I just know what I want to do, and I want to go to 147 and become a champion. Because I just feel like them guys just can't beat me from 140 to 147. And I just feel like, you know, I'm a surprise the boxing world. I'm small. I just go to 140, and I'm going to be fighting guys naturally bigger than me, and I'm going to be stopping them. Knocking them out.
I remember.
After Keyshawn delivers that steady, experience-based perspective, the conversation naturally shifts gears when Teddy Atlas enters the picture. Because when Teddy speaks, it's never empty noise. It's hard-earned philosophy, shaped by decades in the game. Listening to him feels like stepping into the adult room of the discussion. No chasing hype, no fishing for viral clips, just real respect for two fighters willing to meet each other head-on when plenty of others would look for an easier path. What stands out is how quickly Teddy shuts down the lazy narratives. The idea that either Teofimo Lopez or Shakur Stevenson avoids challenges doesn't survive contact with this matchup. This fight alone puts that argument to rest.
Piggyback a little bit off of what you just said. I want to start by just giving them credit. You know, a lot of these guys avoid certain fights. They're not avoiding them right now. You got to give them credit. A lot of people took shots at Shakur, you know, and Teofimo at certain spots. He's avoiding this guy. He's avoiding that guy. You can't take those shots at these two guys. definitely can't now. They are stepping up, and they are taking fights that a lot of people are probably surprised they took. Now, a lot of people will say style-wise, Teddy, style-wise, is this going to be a great fight? I don't know if it will. I mean, style-wise, I could see you having a little reservations. Two skillful fighters, two talented fighters, you know, two fighters that are at a high skill level that will compete in the sweet.
The honesty in the stylistic breakdown is refreshing. This fight may not deliver constant fireworks, but it promises real boxing, adjustments, distance management, and timing battles. Teddy points out Shakur's comfort stepping into close range, which is crucial against Teofimo, because staying on the outside alone doesn't buy you safety to make T the same time. Teofimo's power remains the factor that can shift everything in an instant. It's athletic control versus explosive force, skill meeting skill. In a matchup like this, one small choice can change the entire round. And for fans who truly appreciate the sport, that tension is the appeal.
Showed you that he can fight inside, he can fight outside. He would have the advantage of power in this fight. You know one thing that I love about this fight, Bud? Shakur's very athletic, very talented. So is Teofimo. He's more explosive with power, but Teofimo is very athletic. He is very talented. You got two athletic guys, two talented guys. Again, Teofimo I would favor with the power. This is going to be interesting. I'll tell you, it's a lot to like about these two athletic talent.
Right after Teddy Atlas delivers that classroom-level breakdown, the energy changes when Timothy Bradley Jr. joins the discussion. Bradley doesn't talk like a fan watching from the outside. He speaks like someone who's been in the ring, feeling the pace and hearing his own heartbeat. Listening to him, it's clear this isn't hype. It's a caution sign. His message is simple but sharp. If you approach this fight casually, fans and commentators alike, you're going to miss what's actually happening. This isn't a wild brawl. It's a calculated battle where space is negotiated inch by inch, and every mistake carries a cost. Bradley frames it perfectly. Fundamentals versus explosion. On one side is Shakur Stevenson, whose defense feels sealed tight until he decides it's time to open a door. On the other is Teofimo Lopez, a fighter who needs very little encouragement to turn calm moments into sudden danger. The takeaway is clear. If you don't understand timing, nuance, and setup, you'll label this fight boring. And in doing so, reveal more about yourself than the matchup. This is boxing for people who actually pay attention.
Go for everybody that's going to be calling this fight, because there's every offense that, or every type of any offense that's going to be landed, it's going to have to be earned or set up. Both these guys are intelligent, right? Teofimo Lopez, explosive as hell. He's smart as well. Shoot, you got to remember, this man was the first man to beat Lomachenko. Yeah, well before Haney. Yeah, So, look, check this out. And you already know Shakur Stevenson. You know what he bringing to the ring. Defense first. Yep, defense first. You ain't getting nothing. I'm gonna get mine when I get mine.
Timothy Bradley really comes alive when he shuts down the lazy Shakur can't punch talk. No shouting needed, just facts that hit. Power isn't only about strength, it's timing, precision, and catching someone mid-thought. That's the kind of boxing that separates the grown-ups from the hype. Bradley's examples are deliberate. He shows that raw explosiveness without control gets punished, while discipline without awareness leaves openings. If Teofimo overcommits, he might find himself forced to reset faster than expected. But if Shakur grows too comfortable and mistakes control for safety, the danger slips in. What stands out is how Bradley frames this fight as one that rewards intelligence. There are no freebies, no coasting. Every attack has to be constructed, disguised, and earned. For fans who pay attention, that's where the thrill comes from. This isn't about who throws the most punches. It's about who reads the moment better when it matters. For those fully engaged, every exchange feels tense and layered. Miss it, and you might not even realize how one small moment can decide an entire round.
Being boring and this and that, this gonna be one hell of a technical battle that I can't wait to see. I can't wait to see this battle. Oh yeah. Yeah, because what y'all gonna witness is, I'm gonna tell you right now what you're gonna witness. You're gonna witness fundamentals, great fundamentals, versus that explosive stuff. You know what I'm saying? That explosive stuff. So like, let me give you a prime example. Not to this degree, but Antonio Tarver, Roy Jones. Tarver had them fundamentals down. Roy didn't.
Here's my prediction, and I'm sticking to it. I see the fight starting exactly the way Shakur wants. Clean lanes, controlled distance, with Teofimo forced to earn every inch like he's trespassing. Stevenson will bank early rounds with sharp precision, making it feel like he's running the show. But it won't stay comfortable for long. This isn't a 12-round clinic. By the middle rounds, Teofimo's timing will sync up, his bursts will stop feeling like guesses, and start landing as clear, undeniable statements. He won't dominate entire rounds, but he'll seize key moments, and moments matter when judges are human. But I don't see a blowout. I don't see panic. I see tension. I see Stevenson adjusting brilliantly, but I also see Teofimo pushing him harder than he wants, especially in the later rounds. My edge goes to Shakur by a slim decision. Not because he overwhelms, but because his discipline keeps him effective through the chaos. If fans end up debating, replaying exchanges, and splitting scorecards, that's not controversy. That's proof the fight,